Hi, I'm Brian Trenchard-Smith, and this is Trailers from Hell. When Fred Waller invented the Cinerama process, he set out to reproduce the full range of human vision in the motion picture experience. He realized that depth perception in movies was not what you see in front of you, but what you also see on either side of you in your peripheral vision. This diagram from the 1950s shows how Cinerama worked. 3 interlocked cameras filmed scenes that, when edited, were projected onto a giant curved screen by 3 synchronized projectors. The screen was curved at the same radius as the human eye. Audiences got the clarity and detail of more than 100 millimeters of negative area instead of the usual 35 millimeters. The 3-camera rig weighed 800 pounds. Each of its 3 lenses had the focal length of the human eye, focus stretched to infinity. Supported by thundering 7-track stereo, it gave the audience the sense of being immersed in the action. You soon forgot the blurry lines that blended the 3 screens together, particularly visible against sky backgrounds. For a 15-year-old, I can tell you it was an awesome experience. Yet Cinerama, after 8 years of hugely successful epic travelogues, made only 2 dramatic features in their unique 3-camera process. I'll tell you why as we watch the trailer. Alfred Newman's rousing score does a lot to unite the disparate elements of this sprawling epic. How the West Was Won was based on a series of articles in Life magazine, which told a true story of 4 generations of the same family between 1838 and 1889. The material was initially divided between 3 directors, Henry Hathaway, John Ford, and George Marshall. Richard Thorpe was brought in to direct some linking sequences. Richard Talmadge shot the train wreck. But it was Henry Hathaway who was the driving force behind the production. Hathaway did not like a lot of what George Marshall had done, so he reshot it. Hathaway would have liked to have reshot some of John Ford's work too, but given Ford's stature in the industry, he didn't dare. It was a frustrating experience for all the directors. Ford had great difficulty adjusting to the panoramic nature of the 3-camera system, which exposed just about everything in front of it. How to keep the sun out of all 3 lenses, where to hide the microphone. Each shot had to be lined up using only a metal frame as a guide. There was no reflex viewfinder for the camera operator to watch the shot in progress. Ford, standing beside the camera, would sometimes lean into frame without realizing it, resulting in many retakes. Ford's Civil War sequence has none of the majesty of his best westerns. The battle scenes were lifted from MGM's Raintree County, then converted to the 3-panel process. Performance moments were also hampered by the technology. If actors in one panel were looking at actors in another, they had to cheat their eyeline. Direct eye contact when split between the panels looked wrong. Looking to one side of the other actor somehow looked right when the panels were united in the theater. In closer coverage, the huge camera, only 18 inches away from the actor's face, blocked the actor's view of their partners in the scene. The all-star cast nonetheless rose to the occasion, but it did not endear them to the Cinerama process, the cost of which began to worry MGM. There were only 200 theaters worldwide equipped to show 3-camera Cinerama, from which MGM could recoup its $15 million investment. Single-camera 70mm soon became the format for epic spectacles, but it was not the same immersive, in-your-face experience as curved-screen Cinerama. The runaway river raft, the buffalo stampede, and the train shootout, which climaxes the movie, are breathtaking in the original format. Sadly, there was a serious accident. Stuntman Bob Morgan, doubling George Peppard, lost a leg and an eye when he fell between the rails. Nominated for 8 Academy Awards, How the West Was Won scored 3: screenplay, editing, and sound. The film was very popular with all audiences, with the exception of Native Americans, who called it How the West Was Stolen.